Up, y'all? I want to talk about a little bit about Terence Crawford's chin. I kind of like touched on this on numerous videos, but I just want to like give my take a little bit more on Terence Crawford's chin, man, because the closer we get to this Errol Spence fight, you're gonna start hearing a lot of these LDBC channels and a lot of these other naysayers. They're gonna start saying they've been saying this about Terence Crawford. The chin thing, you heard about it from like when Terence Crawford first got rocked by Gamboa when he was at 140. You heard that. You heard it. You heard it a little bit, but you really start to hear it now that he's at 147, and you notice why, right? The reason you're starting to hear more of that now is because he's in the division that their guy is in, Errol Spence. So you're gonna start hearing the detractions and the slander of his chin. You're gonna start hearing a lot of that because he's in the same division as their guy. And the notorious fight that this started at this division is the Mean Machine fight. That is the fight that everybody talks about. Now, never mind this, right? Never mind the other fights. In all 6 fights Terence Crawford's had at 147, I didn't see any of them dudes rattle Terence Crawford besides really Mean Machine. And even Mean Machine, I mean, you can debate what rattled really means now. Does that mean that when you get rocked, you all over the ring and you're disoriented? Kind of like when, on Mortal Kombat, when you're about to do the finish him and you have the guy all moving around dazed and dizzy? Or does that mean if your legs are not under you, if your legs are not good, or your legs are, you're on Bambi legs? Rattle can mean both. It can mean both. I didn't see Terence Crawford on Bambi legs against Mean Machine. Mean Machine just buzzed him. And this the funny thing about it is, these same guys that's saying this about Terence Crawford's chin, they're basically saying, okay, since he got buzzed and he got rocked by Mean Machine and got so-called unofficially dropped, that means he's chinny. Okay, then you have to apply that same energy and that same concept to Errol Spence then, because he just got rocked by Udinese Zoo guys, which he's supposed to be this pillow fist guy that rocked Errol Spence. I'm not talking about when he hit him against the ropes, knocked his mouthpiece out, and there was numerous other times in that fight when Errol Spence was clearly buzzed. I never saw him like Bambi legged or anything, but neither was Terence Crawford against Mean Machine. Neither was Terence Crawford against Amir Khan. Kell Brook didn't do it. Jeff Horn didn't do it. Jose Benavidez didn't do it. This is boxing. You're going to get hit. Terence Crawford does get hit, just like Errol Spence gets hit. Terence Crawford did get rocked by Jose Benavidez a few times. That was a risk that he's willing to take, man. I'm pretty sure he understands what he can take and what he can't take. Just like these guys believe what their guy can take, what he can handle, what he can't handle, right? The whole thing of it is, you notice me and a lot of dudes that support Bud, we never say Errol Spence is chinny. Show me a Bud supporter that ever said that Errol Spence has a suspect chin just because he got touched. When Emmanuel Arte rocked him, when he was clearly noodle-legged, did anybody say anything about Errol Spence's chin? I've never said that. I simply say, hey, look, he got rocked, he recovered, and he won. See, people put so much emphasis. It's so weird that these supposed to be boxing fans, right? And they understand what boxing is. Boxing is you give some, you take some. It's 2 guys, right? 4 arms swinging in the ring, 4 gloves, right? That's what boxing is. So if somebody's swinging at each other, I mean, ain't the whole objective is to score points by punching your opponent, punching them in the face and body. So that's the objective. So why is that frowned upon? Because a boxer gets rocked and he gets dropped or he gets knocked out. That's what boxing is. So when Terence Crawford got hit by Mean Machine, he got up and whooped his ass and won. When Errol Spence got rocked by Larte, he whooped his ass and won. Errol Spence got rocked by Ugas, whooped Ugas' ass and won. Benavidez rocked Bud, whooped his ass and he won. When you start bringing up these arguments, they start to go toward, well, Errol Chin is better than Terence Crawford. That's what they're going to that. When you start talking facts, they're going to that. Okay, we don't know who has the better chin. The reason why we don't know is Terence Crawford or Errol Spence. They have never really. You can say Errol Spence has faced maybe harder punchers with Danny Garcia, Kell Brook, but Kell Brook also faced Terence Crawford, and he did manage to mark up Terence Crawford's eye pretty good. But I never saw Crawford buzz. Did you see Crawford buzz in that fight? I don't want to hear this mess about how, oh man, that's an old Kell Brook, man. He's already damaged and weight. He made weight. He made weight. He chose to fight at 147. He made the weight. I don't want to hear none of that garbage. Okay. Stop taking away from fighters when they get hurt, man. I hate that. You notice, you look through any of my videos, I will acknowledge when a boxer gets hurt, but I'll never say he's chinny. I'll never say that. I'll never say he's chinny because he got rocked. I'll see how he recovers from that punch. If he recovers and he continues and he wins and he doesn't get dropped again, how can you call somebody like that chinny? Like, they're doing the same thing in Devin Haney. Not the Alphabet Boys like Devin Haney. That's cool because I like Devin Haney too. But a lot of the Devin Haney haters, they call him chinny, but they won't call Ryan Garcia chinny. They won't call Teofimo Lopez chinny. They won't call Lomachenko chinny. And those dudes all got dropped. Devin never got dropped, but he just got rocked by Linares. He got rattled and he wasn't defensively smart and he got rocked. That's boxing. He walked back to the wrong corner. He was disoriented. And then the whole narrative started going, oh, he's holding on for dear life the rest of the fight. No, he wasn't. He was fighting because, bro, if he was hurt for the rest of the fight, Jorge Linares either A, should have got him out of there, or B, he should have got him out of there. If he was as hurt as people say he is, why couldn't Jorge Linares get him out? So that means either he ain't got no good boxing IQ to get somebody that's right in front of him that's hurt and couldn't do it, or Devin just is that good. He recovered. He took the shot and kept fighting, and he still was pressing Jorge right after that. That's how I like to see. I like to see how they recover. So you can't call him chinny based off just that alone. Just like Terence Crawford, they're calling him chinny now. They're trying to take away from his credibility. They've been saying it with the Gamboa fight. Then they were saying it with the Mean Machine fight, but they never talk about Emmanuel Larte with Errol, and they never talk about what Ugas just did to him. They never talk about Danny Garcia managed to tap Errol to the body, and he ain't like that. They didn't talk about Ugas tapping Errol to the body, and Errol not liking no body shots either. See? But notice, people like me will point these things out, but we'll also say Errol recovered from it. You know what I mean? Stop. These dudes to say Bud is chinny, and that's why he can't be Errol. That's pretty much what they're saying. They're saying he can't be Errol because Terence Crawford is chinny, so he stands no chance against Errol Spence. This is the Errol-sexual mindset. Bud supporters, for the most part, we never do that. We never take away from Errol Spence and say, oh man, he's chinny because he got rocked by Ugas. He's chinny because he got rocked by Larte. What we'll do is, when you start calling Bud or somebody else chinny, then we'll say, well, is Errol chinny because this happened? We start throwing comparisons, and then they start getting defensive and they start moving away from that narrative for a minute. They start going into comparing Bud and Errol's chin. That's the only that's the only argument they can pull. And I see right through the bull crap. And I'm sick of it, man, because pretty much a guy with this many fights, he should have been knocked out by now, right? If he's so chinny, how come nobody knocked him out? He should have been knocked out, right? He's fought in 3 divisions. This is 3rd division. He should have been laid out flat at least once, right? If he's chinny. Why didn't Gamboa knock him out? Why didn't Mean Machine knock him out? I'm talking about knock him out flat, like flatline Terence Crawford in the middle of the ring. How come Mean Machine couldn't do that? You know why? Because Terence Crawford is just that good of a fighter. They don't want to admit that. They're going to keep harping on the fact he got punched, but they're not going to say how he recovered from the punch, and they're not going to say how he managed to start picking Mean Machine apart to get the knockout. See what I mean? But this is what we're gonna face now, guys. Until the fight comes, and you're gonna if Bud was to lose, you're gonna definitely hear it. If Bud wins, you're gonna hear excuses. You're gonna hear a lot of shit, man. You're gonna hear Derrick James, he spiked Errol's water. That's why he lost. Bud's gloves was loaded. You're gonna hear that shit. Watch, guarantee it. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. Terence Crawford to me is not Chinny. It's just boxing. You're going to get hit. I don't care if you're Floyd Mayweather or Triple G. From the best defensive fighters get hit to the ones that have no defense. This is just what it is. Respect that. This is Rebel Life Boxing, and I'm out. Catch y'all later.